Hi, my name is Lynette Cunningham. I'm a Master Pro Tem with LifeVantage, and I'm excited to have the privilege to share some information with you that I feel you're going to benefit from in a big way. As you are aware, LifeVantage has some amazing products, but I'm going to kind of highlight them a little bit for you and explain the significance of them as well as the significance of sharing the information with others. When I was introduced to LifeVantage, I didn't have any specific health challenges at the time. In previous years, had dealt with infertility, and during that time frame, I went down different avenues to try to get my body to work. And what eventually led to getting my body working again to a point where I could conceive was natural medicine. I started seeing a acupuncturist and taking some Chinese herbs. It got my body working again, and I was able to conceive my son. So from that experience, I learned the significance of natural medicine. So when I learned about LifeVantage and the flagship product, Protandim Nerve 2, I already understood what was possible when you take things that are grown from the ground to benefit your body. And I wanted to know more about it. In addition to that, I want to tell you a little bit more of my story. And so for that reason, I'm going to share my screen and pull up a little help here of a PowerPoint and walk through some things with you. So basically, my husband and I married when I was 18 years old. And at the point in time where we learned about LifeVantage, we were running our own businesses, very successful. But it was the year 2009. And as you may or may not remember, financially, the economic state was not great. And our businesses were being affected. So fortunately, we were able to maintain the income that we are accustomed to, but it was requiring a lot more time. My husband was leaving the house earlier in the morning, getting home later in the evening, and he was not happy about it. For me, I did the books on our businesses, so my schedule wasn't affected, but the unhappiness of my husband absolutely affected our entire household. And so we wanted something different. But when you're successful and making good money and self-employed, how do you switch gears? We felt very stuck because our options were either going to work for someone else, which we felt would be a pay cut. In addition to that, we didn't have another skill set to go start another business. So we felt very stuck. But here's what we did know about business. When you beat the masses to something significant, a lot of money can be made. And we were learning about a breakthrough in technology. So I want to explain what I mean by that. We learned the word nutrigenomics. Now you may see that word and go, Nutra what? And I get it because that was my response when I first heard that word. But it's simply the impact of nutrition on your genes, right? And we do that. We understand the significance of nutrition, the role that it plays in our overall health. But when I was introduced to LifeVantage and that word, nutrigenomics, it came through a video that was done by ABC News. It was an investigative report that John Quinones was a part of. Now, I already watched Primetime. I already was familiar with John Quinones. What I was accustomed to hearing was them come in and learn about products or companies and really kind of blow the cover on them. I wasn't accustomed to hearing what John Quinones said. And basically, it was his blood that spoke for him, not just his mouth, because he started taking our flagship product, and in 2 weeks' time, his results were even better than what the results were in the studies. And it was his blood work, you guys. So it's not a placebo, right? It's blood. And the study showed that in 30 days, not 2 weeks, but in 30 days, there is a decrease of an average of 40% in oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress is also a word that I was not familiar with. So if you're like me and aren't familiar with that word, it's essentially kind of like the rusting of our bodies on a cellular level. So if you put a metal chair, a metal folding chair, and leave it outside, over the course of time, it's going to begin to rust. The oxidation is going to take place. It's going to begin to rust. And as that rust continues, that chair is actually going to become almost like brittle. Like when any pressure is applied, it crumbles, right? Because the breakdown continues. Well, that happens to us on a cellular level. As a child, our body produces its own antioxidant enzymes. And by that production, it's able to keep our free radical production at bay. But as we age, the production of the antioxidant enzymes decreases, which means our free radical damage increases, which then is what causes oxidative stress. So oxidative stress manifests itself in every person a little differently. It's going to show its head different in each person, but what we do know is we don't want it. Oxidative stress is not good, just like the rusting of a chair isn't good. So we understand that, and that's why I got excited when I learned that this product lowers it an average of 40%. It's crazy. I've never heard of anything else that's been able to do that. That's because there's never been anything else that's able to do that. And it's comprised of 5 plants. You guys, you see it highlighted right at the bottom of the screen. Turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacopa extract, and ashwagandha. All of those products in and of themselves are powerful, powerful products. But together, synergistically, they are 18 times more effective. And the results of that formulation is lowered oxidative stress. In fact, it's such a significant finding that the product has been patented. So we're going to discuss that in a second. But before we do, I want to highlight some of the universities that have studied Protandim Nerf 2. When I learned about this product, there were 3 studies at the time. Back in 2009, there were 3 studies. And over the course of time, these different universities have funded their own studies. And now when you go to pubmed.gov, you'll find well over 20 studies that have been done, peer-reviewed independent research. So take the time if you're interested in understanding. Go see what LSU said in regards to skin cancer, or go see what Ohio State said in regards to heart disease. See for yourself. Don't take our word for what this product is doing. Look at what the researchers are finding, because it speaks volumes. In addition to that, here's other forms of validation on the product. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, in his book, Chasing Life, talked about Protandim Nerf 2 and its effectiveness. The Today Show highlighted it. American Heart Association Journal published a report in regards to Protandim Nerf 2. So all of these things, in addition to the patents, helped me to realize this is a big deal. This is something that I want to be a part of. This is something I want to benefit from. With the significance of the research that was shown and the results that were shown, the company understood the significance of addressing that major cell signaling pathway in our body of Nerf2. And with that understanding, they went on to formulate another product that addresses the second line in our bodies of cellular aging, and that is our mitochondrial dysfunction. Nerf 1 addresses that. Mitochondrial dysfunction is a big deal because our mitochondria is responsible for 95% of the energy that our body uses. And those little microscopic powerhouses that are inside our cells that are called mitochondria, over the course of our life, as we age, start to dysfunction, right? And so the breakdown that occurs of that mitochondria does not just affect our energy level that we can see manifest itself in things that we do day to day, but it also is responsible for producing ATP, which is how our cellular energy is increased. That's responsible for making our heart beat. That's responsible for our brain activity. So it's a big deal having healthy mitochondria. And you can see again at the bottom of the screen what this product's ingredients are. I love the way our company fuels our bodies with things that are grown from the ground. There's one more area that they address in regards to cellular aging and that pathway that's used, and that is our sirtuin theory of aging is addressed with Protandim NAD. Sirtuin is highly important in our bodies. In fact, it's kind of like little garbage men that exist inside our cell. It's responsible for repairing and getting rid of the damage that's within the cell. And so Having this product increase our sirtuin activity by 100% in 24 hours is a big deal. In fact, it's funny because we're talking high level about what it's doing in our body, but a lot of times we're like, okay, well, how's it going to make me feel? Let me tell you something. These products are going to make you feel better so that you want to do more. It's funny, a friend of mine was already on our other two Protandim products, but then began NAD in addition to the line. And he shared a story of how when he would get home from work, he was so tired, and his 3-year-old would want him to play, but you know, it's like you're drained after a long day. You're like, I just want to rest. Well, he said, after I started on NAD, what I found is that I came home and I got on the floor and I played with my 3-year-old. And when I was done playing with her, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to tackle some of that list that my wife has been asking me to get after, that honey to-do list. And he said he started doing that. And it was until later that night that he's like, whoa, what just happened? Like, that is not like me. He said, it's the NAD. It's the only thing that's changed. And that story I hear all too often from different people. So here's the deal, you guys. This is the Trisynergy. You're addressing your oxidative stress. You're addressing your mitochondria function. You're addressing your sirtuin activity. All three major cell signaling pathways that affect and fight the effects of aging. As you can see, the list price right at the bottom of the screen, it's essentially what you spend on a Starbucks run on a daily basis, right? $4 a day, and you are doing all that you can to help your body function at a high level. I mean, here's the deal. Some people just want to benefit a little. That's what you have to ask yourself. Do I want to benefit a little, or do I want to benefit a lot? If you want to just get started, Protandim Nerf 2, there is no better way to address your health than lowering your oxidative stress levels. But if you really want to show up better in life and you want to feel better and make everything about your day-to-day activities higher level, then this is the way to go. And let me just mention one other thing. When you take these three products together, the synergy of them working together make the results even more effective than any one of them on their own. Notice what this graph shows: an increase of 83%, an increase of 848%, 90%, 120%, all the way across the board. You can see the value in taking this stack together. The last thing I'm going to highlight in regards to the product is our ultimate stack. And the reason I'm mentioning this to you is because it's what I take. It's what I believe in. I take the Protandim Nerf, the Protandim Synergizer, because that is how I'm attacking my body on a cellular level to combat aging, right? But I also have come to learn that gut health is incredibly important to our overall well-being. So I also take our pre and probiotic along with our omega fatty acids. This is our entire catalog of products as you see it right here. We've already addressed, kind of broke down the first two segments there. It also mentions weight management. I love that because it's not just about weight loss. You guys, this is about maintaining our health. So it helps us to maintain our weight. The one listed there is Axio. It's kind of like brain food. It's, you know, a lot of times we want a little something to drink that's other than water, but good for us. There's not a whole lot of things out there that we can drink that are good for us without it being, of course, you know, obviously vegetable type things. But this is actually like food for our brain. There's CoQ10 in it and quercetin, and amazing, amazing ingredients that help us to have mental clarity and focus and energy. The skincare line, based off of the science of our new Nerf2 activation, your skin is your biggest organ, you guys. So again, incredible products. The hair care system, all of these are non-toxic, paraben-free. All of the bad stuff out. We don't want any more of that in our body. We're doing all we can to biohack our health, to take control of it. And even for our canines, it's kind of like Protandim Nerf 2 in a treat form for dogs because it's like a bacon flavor. So incredible, incredible product line. You might be wondering at this point, how do I get these products? Well, it's a whole lot like most everything else that we get nowadays. You order it and it shows up at your door. Get with the person who invited you to this information. They'll share a cart with you and make it a very simple process for you to get the products shipped directly to your house. Free shipping is simply, you simply get it by being on a subscription or ordering over $100, you get free shipping. So take advantage of it. Start benefiting today. Don't let this information go in one ear and out the other, because it absolutely can play a major role in increasing your health span. And it's what we all want. We just want to feel better and do more. But here's the other side of this. If you hear this information, you're like, okay, yes, I want the product, but I also have thought of, Susie and Sally and whoever who can also benefit from these, and I might want to share it. Would it benefit me to do so? And the answer is yes, it absolutely will. And when this was presented to me, I'm just going to kind of tell it to you the way that I went through it. There were some things that I needed to know before I was willing to move forward. And one of the things I wanted to know more about is about the company. Well, you guys, this is a publicly traded company. It's traded on the NASDAQ. In fact, January 2020, we rang the bell on NASDAQ. That is so exciting to me, because for me, I just wanted to know that this was a legitimate company. I didn't want to partner with a fly-by-night company. And the fact that it was traded on the NASDAQ and publicly traded gave me more confidence in partnering with this company, because I knew that they would be scrutinized just like the other publicly traded company. And that gave me comfort. The next thing I needed to know is this something I can do? Is there a system in place? I've never done network marketing before. In fact, I've never done anything of the sort before. So is it something I can do? And here's what I learned. When you get involved, the company has an online shopping portal that allows you to share the information with other people, and it gets linked back to you. In addition to that, you're given a free replicated website. You don't have to go out and figure that out on your own. It's a great way, and it's a great tool to use in building your business. The other thing that I love is that we do it from our cell phone. You guys, my husband and I, we travel a lot. We love seeing new places. We love taking our kids to places that, we want to expand their mind as to what is out there. And we're able to do that because we work from our cell phone. We bring our cell phone along and can work all over the globe. Here's the other thing. There's a system in place that allows us to start earning money immediately. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of the information that I've shared with you might be brand new information, and you might go in, yeah, it sounds great, but I don't know that I can remember all of that stuff. Well, here's the good news. You don't have to, because the system is an ITT system. Invite, tool, team. You invite someone to the information, you connect them to a tool, a video, a webinar, and you connect them to the team. And the reason we connect to the team is because we want everyone to see the power of working together. In my husband and I's traditional businesses, we didn't have any outside help, because if others knew how to do what we were doing, they were called our competitor. They were not interested in helping us to succeed. And we found that in this business, it doesn't work that way. In fact, one of the forms of compensation actually rewards you monetarily for helping others. So when you get involved in LifeVantage, you're not on your own. You're with a team of people who are working to help you to succeed. And I love it. I love being a part of it, and I love that it works. The next thing I'll share with you that I had to know is this going to be worth my time? What does the compensation look like? Because I don't have enough time to waste and dilly-dally in small things. At the time that I got involved, my children were 2 and 4. As I mentioned, my husband and I were running multiple businesses. We were strapped for time, as is most people nowadays. So let me explain to you how this works. For the sake of this example, I'm going to use the number 5. It's easy math. It helps us to understand how this works. So when you share this information with others, you find 5 people who recognize this and see it the same way that you see it. Those 5 people, you're going to earn money when the product ships to their house, right? Now note how the leverage begins. When those 5 people share it with 5 people, you now have 25 people who are ordering products that fall within your organization, because it all started with the first 5 that you shared it with, right? And so you start earning money off of all of their orders as well. When those 25 share it, do you see what happens? It's the compound effect. It's leverage. My husband and I were always accustomed to trading time for money. If we didn't have the time to trade for the money, we didn't get the money. You do a job one time, you get paid, and now you got to go do the job again. We're talking about creating a leveraged income that allows you that once you've shared the information, these products are so significant that people learn it and they don't want it for 1 month. They want to take it continually. They want to lengthen their health span. So it's something that they reorder on a monthly basis. And every time that reorder occurs, you receive compensation when that product ships. So it creates leverage. And let me tell you, the significance of a leveraged income cannot be understated. I've watched over the course of my lifetime many tragedies come into people's lives. And when those tragedies occur, they are without warning. I'm an example of one of them. I lost my father when I was 21 years old. He was in a tragic car accident, and I saw the impact that that had. My mother had never been forced to work in her life, and now the main provider of the household was gone. How many times do we hear those type stories? And what I realized is with this type of an income, even when tragedies occur, even when life slapped you in the face, this income does not stop, because every time a reorder occurs, you receive the compensation. So I love that. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing it with people. So let me continue so that I can give you more of a vision of what I'm talking about. Okay, our unilevel compensation plan. This is an example of it, again, with a perfect matrix of 5, because I feel like it's so simple to understand when I use that number. So on the first level, you'll see that if you share this and have 5 people join you, they each are on a 200-point amount of product that's coming to them and their customers. They may not use all 200 points in products, but it's comprised of them and their customers. Your compensation from those 5 people will be $20 a month. Now, I recognize that's not worth much time at all. Like, that's not worth my time, right? But again, we start to watch that compound effect. When those 5 people share it with 5 who also see it the way they see it, you now have 25 people you're receiving compensation on their orders. Your check is $250 a month plus the 20. So it's starting to get better, right? That can cover a phone bill or something of the sort for the month. One more level of duplication, you have 125 people you're receiving compensation on. Your check is $2,250 a month plus the $250 plus the 20. That's $30,000 a year. For a lot of households, that could bring one of the individuals home from work, right? Maybe in a lot of households today, it requires 2 incomes. This can bring 1 home, potentially. Depends on the income. It can really allow us to have some choices, is what I'm saying. But look at the next level. 625 people. Your income is $6,250 a month plus the $2,250 plus the $250 plus the 20. That's $100,000 a year. And at that point, you guys, you are having the ability to make some significant choices in your life. Here's what I say all the time. For me, it's not just about the income. It's about the choices. I want to be able to choose whether or not, my child needs a specialist in some area. I want to be able to choose if I attend a wedding out of state without having to leave work. I just want choices, right? That's what we all want. And a leveraged income can allow that for us. And that's why I'm so excited to be sharing this information with you. Here's the other thing. I stopped. I should go back to that slide because, it's going to walk me all the way through it. Okay. You see how I stopped at the 4th level? That compensation actually goes all the way to 9 levels. I stopped at the 4th level because when I saw that example, In my mind, I was like, no, nobody makes that kind of money. That's crazy. I don't believe it for a minute. But what I didn't have to reference back then that I do today is this paper. It's our income disclosure statement. And as I stated, we're a publicly traded company. So the information you're seeing here is exactly on point. Now, I put a red box around the section that I really want you to focus in on, because that is the average monthly commissions at each of the ranks in our business. I think it's important for you to look at that piece and scroll down with your eyes to the dollar amount that you feel to be worth your time. At what point would this be worth your attention is my question for you. And whatever that amount is, let the person know who shared this information with you, and they can outline what you could expect it to take to create that type of an income, because it is exactly what our distributors are making here at LifeVantage. And as you can see, as you go down that list, the dollar amount gets quite significant, and that is being earned currently. So it's very exciting to see. It's very exciting to know that you can benefit the same way that I have, because I came to this with zero skill set. I had never done it before. So when I share this with people, I know this, and it excites me to share it with them. Now, how do you get started? Well, right here, you can see there are 3 packs that the company already has in place with discounts so that you can start your business with products. As you can see, there's a platinum pack, a gold pack, a silver pack. Each of them vary in price according to the size. The platinum pack is $12.50, the gold pack is $6.50, and the silver pack is $3.50. The difference is the amount of product that you have. Here's what I'll say. It is incredibly beneficial for you to be able to benefit from the product yourself and to have some on hand to share as you're sharing the information with others. But you have to get in where you fit in, quite honestly. So you figure out with the person who introduced you to this, which one works for you, so that you can get started and start benefiting by sharing the information as well. You guys, as I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, this is a breakthrough in technology, and you guys are familiar with other breakthroughs in technology: Amazon, Facebook, Apple. At their inception, they were foreign, kind of like the word nutrigenomics, but they're not today. I mean, we already understand the power that's been created by these companies. But here's the thing: when these companies launched, I didn't have the opportunity to be kind of at that ground floor, sharing or participating in the growth that they were going to experience. I didn't get that call. So for me, I'm happy for these companies. I benefit from them. I use all of them, but I'm not benefiting monetarily from them. So I didn't know about them, right? Well, you've been introduced to LifeVantage at a time where the masses have not yet heard about it as well. So you're in a position to take advantage of the growth that this company will experience through sharing this information with others. So at this point, you guys, it's really just a matter of making a decision. You have a decision to make. Do you want to simply be a customer and benefit from the products? Or do you want to become a distributor and share this information with others and help others to improve their health, help others to potentially benefit monetarily as well? That's your decision that you need to make. Get with the person who invited you to this information and let them know, customer or distributor. Either way, we're so happy you're here. Welcome to LifeVantage.